Hello, scholars. It's Miss Yabut here. Wow, welcome to week 2 of Vista Virtual Learning on Google Classroom. Last week, we learned all about theme, and this week will be our last week reviewing theme. So I know that you are going to rock it today. Can you show me a high five? Great. Scholars, can you remind me, what is theme? Say it so I can hear it from my computer. Yes, the theme is the good. Can you remind me, what do we look for to find theme? First, we think about, say it. Yes, the problem and the solution. Then we think about, yes, how the main character changed. Last, I asked myself, what did the main character learn? What lesson did he or she learn? And what is the author trying to teach me about the whole world? Scholars, last week we read Kara and the Harvest Festival. I was so impressed with how you were able to find the theme. Today, we'll read a new story called Kara's Opening Night, and we'll compare this story to last week's story. In order to do that, let's first make sure we look around. Are you in a quiet place with the TV turned off and your brothers and sisters playing in another room? Next, let's make sure that we have our STORY planner from Kara and the Harvest Festival and a blank piece of paper, as well as a pencil. Scholars, if you need to go to a quiet place and get your materials, do that now. Great. Readers, remember to find my text and STORY planners. I need to go where it says your work, then click the document. Today, we will be reading both texts and finding what they have in common. What they have in, say it. Yes. That means when we are done with both of our planners, we will draw a star next to what they have in, say it, common. Show me it, pound it. Great. These are my directions. I know I need to scroll all the way down to find my texts. Scholars, this is passage 1 from last week. We don't need to annotate it because you already did that last week. Keep scrolling down to passage 2. I noticed passage 2 says Kara's opening night. It sounds like we have a character, which means this is a narrative text. Friends, that means I need to draw another STORY planner. Whenever I see passage 1 and passage 2, I know as a good reader, I need to draw how many STORY planners? Tell me. If you said 2, show me a yes. Friends, this might be the time to find your brother or sister. See if they can time you on how fast you can draw your planner. Get ready, get set, and go. 1 line down, 4 lines across, STORNY. Can you say whew? Way to be super fast, scholars. Let's read. Passage 2, Kara's opening night. When it was time to try out for our school play, Adventures in Storyland, I did not plan to be in it. I was not interested in a play about fairy tale characters, but my best friend David got me to try out. Kara, you'd make a great Cinderella, said David. Friends, did you hear evidence for STORY? Show me a thumbs up or thumbs down. If you showed me a thumbs up, say, I got that. Great. Yes, we heard some characters, and they sound pretty familiar. First, I heard Kara right in my title. And I also noticed that this story sounds like it's first-person point of view. It sounds like it is Kara's point of view. I also heard another character, David. Let's write those characters in our planners. Kara and David. Because the narrator said I and then was addressed as Kara, I know that Kara must be the narrator. It also says that Kara did not want to be in the play at first, but David got her to try out. So Kara's perspective about the play at first was she was unsure about it, but then David convinced her to try. Let's read. It sounded fun, so I tried out for the princess, but got the role of Little Red Riding Hood. It was perfect because I have red hair. We worked on the play Tuesdays and Thursdays after school. It was a lot of fun, and I had many friends in it. Friends, it sounds like Kara's perspective about the play is now that it's fun. Let's add that to our planner. She thinks play is fun. Don't forget to highlight our evidence. It sounded fun. And it was a lot of fun. And I had many friends in it. Let's keep reading. But maybe my favorite part was watching David. He played the big bad wolf who causes trouble for many of the characters, including me. He was funny as the big bad wolf in practice, and I knew he was going to be great. Friends, it sounds like we learned more about our characters. Kara enjoys watching David, and David is funny. Friends, that also tells me that David sounds pretty confident in his role as the big bad wolf. Let's add that to our planner. Kara thinks the play is fun and enjoys watching David. While David's character traits are that he is funny and confident. Let's keep reading. However, I was worried about acting in front of a large audience. My teacher, Mrs. Lane, led the play practices in her classroom. She said there could be more than 300 people coming to see us. Yikes! It sounds like even though Kara had fun practicing for the play, how does she feel about performing? Tell me. If you said she feels nervous or worried, scholars, go ahead and kiss your brain. You guys are so smart. Yes, Kara's perspective is she's a bit worried or nervous about performing. In front of all the people. Nervous about people. Let's highlight our evidence. I was worried about acting in front of a large audience, and she said, yikes. I know we say that when we're feeling a little scared or worried. Let's keep reading, scholars. Opening night finally arrives the first week of April. Is that a thumbs up I see? Give me some high fives. Yes, we heard the setting. The setting is when, on opening night, I know from my schema, the play for opening night is probably at the school. When? In the first week of April. Let's add that to our planner. The setting is opening night at school when in April. Let's read. All that hard work was going to pay off, and I could not wait to get started. When the curtain lifted, I was one of the first people on stage. David glanced at me and said his line. Hi, Red. It sounds like Kara wants to get started in the play, do well, and show off all her hard work. What is that called? What Kara wants? Tell me. Yes, her motivation. Kara wants to show her hard work. Ooh, but we just talked about how Kara is nervous about performing. That sounds like a problem, right? That she's having on the inside. As a good reader, I know that's an internal conflict. So, Kara wants to do well in the play, but she's nervous about performing. Scholars, now it's your turn. You will read the rest of the text and annotate your R and Y boxes. Remember, we're thinking about theme. So I'll ask myself, what lesson did Carol learn? And what can we as readers learn about the whole world? You have about 5 minutes to finish reading the text and annotating. Get ready and go. Almost a minute left, scholars. Time's up. Let's review. Scholars, we could have added to our problem that Kara forgot her line. But it looks like David whispered it to her. Then, when David said a line, Kara trips over David. Another problem. But then, Kara laughed and said something. And it looks like that fixed it. So on my problem, scholars, I wrote that Kara wanted to do well in the play, but was nervous of performing. She ended up forgetting a line. But then David whispers to her, which works. Kara fell, but then she says something funny, and the audience laughed. So this attempt to resolve works. Scholars, if you had something like this in your problem and attempts to resolve, go ahead and brush your shoulders off. Nice. It also says, David says, well, that was definitely a funny way to start the play. This is going to be an opening night to remember. The play went a lot smoother and they had fun. I added that in my attempts to resolve. Scholars, if you had the problem and attempts to resolve correct so far, go ahead and draw a big smiley face in each box. At the end, Kara and David ended up getting more laughs. And it did end up being the best opening night ever. So even though Kara made some mistakes in the beginning of the play, she and David still had fun, and it ended up being a successful night. Kara learned that it didn't matter that she had a mistake because she still had fun. So the theme that I came up with was, things are always better with a friend. Friends, if you had something similar in your themes, go ahead and draw another smiley face. Great job. Scholars, now that we're done with both texts, it's time to compare. Remember, as good readers, when I compare two texts, I think to myself, what parts of STORY are similar? And which parts are different? Let's look at my S box. For passage 1, In Kara and the Harvest Festival, the setting was at school in October. But in Passage 2, Kara's opening night, the setting was at school on opening night in April. What do we think? Similar or different? If you said different, show me a yes. Right. In Passage 1, Care and the Harvest Festival, it happened in October, but the setting in Care's opening night was in the spring, in April. So I don't need to put a star here under setting. Let's look at the T box, scholars. Agree or disagree? Did these stories have similar characters? Whoa, can you say I'm so smart? Yes, friends, these stories had the same exact characters, Kara and David. Since these were similar, we're going to draw a star. Now, ELA Masters, for my work today, I'm going to be typing in my online STORY planner what these texts had in common. So, I am going to scroll down to my planner and write down what both stories had in common. Can you remind me, was the setting similar? No. Were the characters similar? Yes, good. Friends, we will be typing 2 to 7 words starting with both to explain how they were similar. We just said that both stories had Kara and David as characters. Great. Scholars, today you will be finishing annotating your STORY planners with stars. Now ask yourselves, were the problems similar? The attempts to resolve? Or the solutions and theme? Then draw a star. Then you will write for each box that is similar, just like our T box with the star, you will write both. Can you say got it? Great. Last, friends, we need to work on our exit tickets and quizzes. Remember, on our assignments, you can find both on the bottom of your instructions. Friends, for our quiz today, we'll be needing to use our PO codes. Great. So don't forget to grab one more blank piece of paper along with your STORY planners to draw your PO codes. So if I'm looking at my quiz, I'm going to write number 1, then A, B, C, and D. Can you say easy peasy? Great. Don't forget when you're done to click submit at the bottom. For your exit tickets, you will answer, what conclusion can be made about a theme of both passages? What is a theme that both passages had in common? Friends, what box in STORY would I look at to find a common theme? Say it. If you said the Y box, say yes. Right. We can look at our Y box to see what they had in common. Remember, friends, if you need support remembering how to find the common themes or your POCODEs under classwork and resources is a resource for common themes and your POCODEs. Wow. Scholars, remember when you're done with your quiz and your exit tickets with evidence, click submit. With your STORY planners, click turn in. And finally, last but not least, turn in. This button is so important because it helps us, your teachers, know what to give you as a grade. Scholars, it was so fun reviewing theme with you today, and I can't wait to rock our last week working on theme. Can you remind me, what is theme? Louder! Whoa! Till next time, scholars, have a great day.